Good morning. Good morning, Jill. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Today is St. Patrick's Day. Whoever is celebrating, have a happy day. Have a good celebration. I certainly hope so that next year is going to be a real one and big one. This year, I have to assume that it's still going to be a very quiet one. And I even don't know what happened last year because that was the time last year at that time when we went online and everything started to close. So Wednesday morning, and it's 10 o'clock. So today we are going to practice just stretches. It's that simple, seemingly very simple, just stretches. Reality is that the wonder of yoga for me is the precise attention that we pay on to whatever we are doing or how we breathe or drishti, that to a point is already helping the mind to focus and get more clarity about our lives. Then there are the stretches, the asanas, which are going to create ease in the body and the strength that we all need. Always need strength. And, it's after a year of being in this together, I hear from my friends that we kind of alternate. Somebody feels better one week and the other one is not so well, and we kind of go up and down, up and down. It's been a year, so it's a long time. So what has left for us is a practice. It's that sacred and wonderful, marvelous place which we call our yoga mat. But you can do your practice in the kitchen, on the street, in your car. Being mindful is the practice. Aiming to react from consciousness rather just from unconsciousness would be a nice goal. Very hard to do. But when we step on our mat, we are going to just observe what we have, how we react, how we respond to the feeling of a stretch. And we don't want pain, yes? We don't want pain. We have enough. We don't want more on our yoga mat. So I'm not going to use props today, but you definitely are more than welcome to use 2 blocks. Maybe you might need it at some point. Hello, Susie dear. Thank you. Thank you, Susie. So let's get started. Good morning. My name is Andrea. This is Sun and Moon Yoga Studio YouTube channel. Morning stretches, Wednesday morning. Welcome. I will go to my mat, please. Let's start from centering, sitting down, flexing the feet and taking them underneath the shin bones, placing the hands comfortably over the knees, lifting the heart, which physically we aim to lift the sternum, relaxing the shoulders down and extending through the neck. And then we wiggle ourselves a little bit into this so it's not so rigid. And please close your eyes. Allow your lips to gently smile. Allow your breath to be more present. We take a little bit longer for inhale and exhale. We take our time for breathing in and out. We are not so rushed because we have dedicated this half an hour to ourselves, to the practice of observing, of being present, and of letting go, as well as inquiring the new. And we breathe and we quiet ourselves just for another few seconds. Turning the palms up towards the sky, lifting the chest again, and we send out our intentions for the day. Then turn your palms down and inhale, open your eyes. All right, let's go down to the ground actually. And since we started from sitting, lie down first and extend your legs out on the floor. Create comfort. Then flex your feet and reach your arms over your head. Elongate through your tailbone and head. Exhale, lower the arms down and point your feet. One more time, just to stretch through the whole body. Inhale, extend. And exhale, release. Then take your shoulder blades down to the floor like two plates and place the soles of the feet softly together. So if that sensation in the hips is too harsh, you can place the blocks underneath your thighs or make fists and place the fists underneath your legs if you need to. If not, just keep it in that shape. Shoulder blades are on the ground. And you might experience a bit discomfort in the lower back. So allow the tailbone to move downward. I'm pointing towards my heels. That way would create ease in the lower back. So then enjoy. And breathe. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your lips. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your lips. And another one. Inhale. And exhale. Then take your feet a bit wider apart and take your right knee towards the left and guide the right knee over the left knee. Place your left hand to the right leg and rest in your twist. I like to elongate my lower back and take my hips away from my ribcage. It just feels very liberating around my hip joint. And soften the belly and breathe. Then take your arm down to the floor, open the right knee to the side. And we will repeat it to the other side, taking the left leg over the right. And placing the right hand over the left leg. And we want to release along the left side. And breathe. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. The awareness, the attention is on what we are doing at this moment. How do we feel what we do? The stretches, the breath. And asking questions from the body. How can I serve you? How can I help you to help me to live a good life? Which means good life means just we live without pain. Yes, pretty much. Which is not always the case. You know that. Then please take your leg back to center and both hands around the legs, guide the knees together. Circle your knees around. Inhale and exhale. And reverse the circle. Then reach your feet and arms up and just pull your toes and fingers in, then spread them wide apart. Pull them all in and curve your toes And spread them wide apart. And another one. And wide apart. Then start moving your toes, your feet and hands. And so if you would like to have some brain work, then you alternate and do the very opposite with the hands as you do with the feet. If it's too much this morning or whenever you practice this, forget about it, just practice, just move. And then start circling, please. And start shaking. Then release the hands there, bend your knees and hit your thighs. Long exhales. Slow it down. Then softly place your feet to the floor. Hands turn down to the ground. Then softly lift your tailbone up. Then release the tailbone down. Shoulder blades on the ground. Lift your tailbone up. Then release it down. And again, lift it up. Release it down. Then lift it up. And release it down. Lift your knees up, hug the legs from behind, lift your head up, roll back and forth. And we come up to a seat. Sitting up tall, flexing the feet, hands are behind us, fingers point towards the hips. Elbows come together, lift your heart. Then back to neutral, place your hands down behind you if you can. And one more time, bring the shoulder blades together, lift your heart, press your wrists into the floor, and big stretch, even on the wrists. Pressing the back of the thighs down. If you can, if the neck allows you, look up. If it's too much on the neck, please don't bother. Just elongate through your vertebrae. And breathe. And take your head back, move back to a sitting seat and place the top of the hands to the floor. Sit up tall, then tilt forward and very gently press weight onto the top of the hands. And breathe. Then slide the hands forward, place them down, and curl your spine this time. So we already tilted the hips. Curl your spine gently into the first forward fold, relaxing the head down, and especially easing the middle of the back, easing the spine, and the breath. Then reaching back up to a seat. Cross your shins, place your hands over your legs, exhale, roll back, relax the shoulders, tuck your chin. Inhale, come back up, pull onto your legs, release the shoulder blades down, lift your heart, lift your chin. And again, big movement. Exhale, inhale, center, lowering and lifting. And back to neutral. Then reach your right arm back, up and to the front. Place it down in front of you. Reach your left arm back, up and to the front. Sit up tall onto your sit bones. Lift your right arm up. Move back into a twist. Then lift your left arm up. Move back and leave your hand behind you. Place the fingertips down. And again, open the chest, shoulder blades come together. Then bring your arms out to the side and front of you. Lift your hands up, next to your arms, next to the ears. Interlace your fingers and stretch to the left. Back to neutral. And stretch to the right. And back to neutral. Lower the hands down to the heart. And close your eyes for a moment. We set our intention for this morning's practice. Let's go back to it. Smile. Then open your eyes, release your hands down. Okay, release the legs. Move them a little. and come to an all-four position. Pull the navel in, floating ribs in, and turn your fingers towards each other. Long spine, lift your heart, pull the navel in, and bring the shoulder blades towards the spine as you lower your chest down, then push it back up into this all-four posture, okay? Lowering the chest and the chin down, bringing the shoulder blades together, and stretching back up. Pull the navel in. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, reaching it up. One more time. Inhale, keep your navel and floating ribs in. Exhale. And turn your head out to the front. Tuck your tailbone around your spine. And tuck your chin and start sitting back towards your heels. Towards the heels we go. Into child's pose. And then once we are down on our heels, we release the forehead down. Hands press to the floor. Elbows are straight. So it's not a resting point just yet. And breathe into the sensation. Then energize your hands even more. Take your shoulder blades into your back. Press your feet to the floor for a second and then come up to all four. Press all 10 fingers down. Tuck your toes under. Keep your knees bent as you push back to the first doggy for today. And then start moving your heels down. Or maybe just lifting the hips, pressing the hands down, shoulder blades are in the back, and we breathe into this sensation. Oh, that feels so nice. Relax your face. Look at your toes for a second, spread them apart, and then look in between your shins behind you. Then lift your heels. We look forward, and if you can, you walk your feet to your hands. If it's too harsh to move forward with only the feet, then you move your hands back towards the feet until we arrive to a forward fold. Bend your knees, legs are hip width apart. Lift your hips up towards the sky, and we fold over the thighs, relaxing the head there. So my torso is resting over my legs. My head is resting into this forward fold. And then lift your toes up. Place the four fingers into underneath your arch in your feet. Okay, press the balls of the feet down, especially underneath the big toe, and press the other edges of the feet down. All right, and just keep your fingers at your inner arch. Then release the hands, place them down. If you can stretch your knees, if not, don't worry about it. Inhale, look up and lengthen. One long spine. Exhale, fold over and relax. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your head, lift your arms, bend your knees, and carefully coming up all the way to standing. Inhale. Then bring your hands down over your head. Exhale, pressing the head into your hands, hands into the head, feet to the floor. And we are going back to balls of the feet, outer edges of the feet. Press inner arches, lift, toes, relaxed. And breathe. And then release your hands softly down. All right, let's come to the front of our mat. And let's do a little bit of flow, okay? All right, I guess I'm in the picture still. So the standing is, I'm just repeating myself, but I really would like you to start doing that because that's excellent for the knees and for the hips. So the balls of the foot, the big toe pad, this is, wow. This is the big toe pad. This is the outer edge of the foot. And this is the inner arch. And this is the heel. Now we know everything where everything is. So we press the big toe pad down. We press the outer edges of the feet down. We lift the inner arches and we keep weight on our heels. And then the toes are spread and release down. Here we go. This is our eagle standing. Please find the gaze point and soften your gaze as you look at that point. Then reach the arms over the head softly. If it can, we look up towards the hands. Exhale, we fold forward, reaching through the heart at the end, releasing the hands and the head. Bend your knees, look up and lengthen. And exhale, step your left foot back forward to lunge. Square your hips. Right knee is over the right heel. The big toe pad presses down. Inner arch is lifting. Outer edge of the foot presses down. Then reach the right arm up into a twist. If it's hard on the shoulders, keep your hand on the hips and just move your ribcage up. Breathe, then release the hand down. Place the right hand next to the left and step, or maybe right hand comes inside of the right leg and come back to your down dog. Press all 10 fingers down. Gaze in between your shins. Press the floor away, push it away, I should say. Breathe. And you already can feel that after all these inversions, the blood is flowing and it's warming you up, and the face is more and more relaxed, and we have more awareness about the breath. Let's lift the heels, look forward, and either swing the left leg around the leg, okay, or bring it in between your hands. Either way is fine. Hips are squared, meaning the right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. So this is the place where you might use a block. Lifting the chest forward it's not always the easiest, but it's definitely worth it. We have opposite forces, as you have noticed in your life, pulling us. So this is, in yoga, it's a good one, because one force is pulling us forward through the chest, and one is pulling us back through the heel. And that's how our whole body is present. And then please lift your left arm up. If it's bothering you, you can place the hand down and just lift from the ribcage. Elongate the neck. This is not a competition. This is an observation game, actually. If anything, then yoga is about how well can I stay present to observe what I am doing. I guess I love doing it. And breathe. Then look down. Place your hand down again, outside or inside of the leg, and step back to down dog. Press your 10 fingers into the floor. Shoulder blade turn the back. Inhale, lift your heels, reach forward, raise your sternum, back into top of the push-up. Breathing. Then place your knees down and place your feet down. Pull the navel in. And keep the elbows together as you lower everything down. At the very end, we press the feet, pubic bones down. Shoulders come away from the ears, and we lift up to baby cobra. And we stay here, but we actually move. So press the feet and the pubic bones down and move your head softly. Play with your elbows, play with the hands. Maybe you want to lift them, maybe just the fingertips. Pressing the pubic bones down so the lower back is not going to suffer. And breathe. And release the forehead down. Tuck your toes under. Press your hands to the floor. Keep your elbows closer to the ribcage. And press the knees down. Push back to all four. And then from here to down dog. And breathe. Lift your heels up. And step the right foot between your hands. And from here, we are going to move towards the long side of the mat. Parallel feet, hands under the shoulders, and fold. So we come back to the alignment, which is inner arches lifted, big toe pad presses down, outer edges press down, head rests, breathe. Then please lift your toes up with the peace fingers, which is the index and the middle. Grab your big toes from the outside and then fold forward. Shoulders move back from the ears. Hips lift. Feet press. Face relaxed. And we breathe. One more breath. Lift your head, lift your heart, release your toes, place your hands back down, lift your heart up, heel toe your feet back to shoulder width apart. Keep your feet and knees point to the side of the rooms, diagonally, and sit down between your heels. So this is another place when you might need a block, place it underneath your sit bones if you need it. If the knees cannot take that big of a bend, you sit down to the floor and just simply place the soles of the feet together. And breathe. Pressing the thighs apart. Coming back to observing how we feel. It's not about judging, it's about observing. Because once we observe, once we recognize what we have in our lives in any moment, yes, obviously, then even if we don't like it, we recognize it that this is part of us because we are expressing it. And we want to integrate so we can deal with it. And that is yoga, integrating, embodying it, and calming the system down or heating the system up enough that we can move forward. And please release your hands down. Come back down to a seat. Extend your legs out to the front. And this time, flex your feet. Press your legs down. Reach forward with your hips tilt. And then softly come into your forward fold Paschimottanasana. So stopping wherever you need to stop, okay? Not overdoing it. And press your hands into the floor. Lift your head and chest up and come up to sitting. Relax your legs. And if you want to continue your practice in Shavasana, that would be a very good time to lie down. If you have to continue your day, then please come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Rest your hands on your legs. Take a moment to observe the sit bones underneath you and keep them evenly grounded on the ground. Close your eyes. Arriving to the here and now. The awareness flows to the breath. And as I said earlier, calming the mind, calming the system, or changing really starts from first recognizing what we have. And as weird as it might sound, we want to accept it. We want to love even that part of us. Like in meditation, so often, oh, my mind is so busy, I cannot stop thinking. So what? Then don't. Okay? Observe. And the one moment, that magical moment is when, oh, one breath. I could focus on one breath. And then that is meditation for you. And please place your hands together in front of your heart. Bow the head forward. We express our gratitude towards the ability that we can practice together, that we have the resources, the time, and the have to come to our mat and tap into how we feel and how we are really doing. And we thank all the teachers who have led us to this very moment. Teachers come in different forms, paths, or nature and beings, loved ones. And we recognize that the so-called enemies are the teachers who bring the hardest and the most important lessons. When we think of a being who is going through a very difficult time, and from our heart to that being's heart, we send them a prayer. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And for ourselves, may I see the truth. May I speak the truth. May I feel it. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being here, practicing with me. And I say goodbye to you guys. All the best. Stay well, stay healthy, stay happy. Okay, thank you. Susie, thank you, Jill, for writing me. Goodbye, guys.